Okay, hello everyone. Now we're looking at kind of the last day, the last part of our retail business proposal project. That's the Chapter 1 project for 7th grade. And that's our computer lab classroom day for developing some way to advertise your business. In this case, you're kind of appealing to the bank to give you this loan. So there's a few different things that you could do for a loan. Well, you kind of have your choice. You could do perhaps a PowerPoint. Perhaps you could do like a little like report. They do that. But either way, they'll have some graphs and things. Let me give you an example. Let's say we're going to do PowerPoint. So I go to my computer, I open up PowerPoint, which for me is right up there. I don't know, you can't see quite the whole screen, but you can see most of it. And if you notice, as PowerPoint's opening, there's a list of things to put on this PowerPoint. See it down here at the bottom? We should include product information, market share graph, initial cost, pricing, revenue, and how your prices compare to others. Now some of those you can have some leeway with because it's up to you to some extent and how to do that. For example, how do your prices compare? Maybe your prices are worse, but still you want to compare them. Say we're higher than the other medians, and the reason is because we offer a better product or we have better customer service. You can turn it into your own good thing. So I have initial cost, pricing information, which is how much each thing costs. The revenue, basically each sheet that we filled out, with the exception of range is not on there, but pretty much each sheet has its own PowerPoint or slide or whatever. So what I would do is go to the slide, and I'm going to make probably a new slide for each one that we just figured out. So I'll have a title page. Now the first one said, excuse me, got the hiccups. The first one said product information. Okay, the next one said market share graph. Notice market share is apparently not a word. I don't know. I've looked it up and it is a real word, but it always comes up on that as in that way. Initial cost, pricing, and this is a good strategy just to kind of get an idea for what you're going to have to include on there. Revenue, and last but not least, comparison. Okay, so it's only 7 slides. Now you may add some pictures or something, but 7 slides isn't too many. Maybe we have the first one, which for mine is, I'm going to call it Candy Bar Incorporated. That's the name of my business. And I'm going to subtitle it, The Retail Sales of Milky, goodness, I can't type, Milky Way, Snickers, and 3 Musketeers in Mill Creek Middle School. So that's kind of what we're discussing. We can go to each of these. Now here's one we're going to look at. Product information. Well, that's pretty easy. Milky Way, Snickers, 3 Musketeers. Now here you might describe them. You might say Snickers. And you could even say like, hungry? Why wait? Right? That's their slogan. You could describe it, say what the products are. Just kind of an introduction, right? Now I'm not quite done with that. See how quick it went? I mean, it's a pretty quick thing. Now the market share graph is the other thing we're going to look at. To do this, go to Microsoft Excel. While that's loading up, we're going to look back the market share graph, and you have your choice kind of what we want to do. Now, where are we going to look at the market share graph? Under the survey page? No. Probably under the market share page. So there's 3 of them here. I'm going to zoom out so you can see all 3. The important ones are the highlighted ones. 33, 38, and 29%. So when we go to Excel, pull that open. Let me see if I can minimize this so we can see the whole thing. I want to put each of those numbers in. Now, 33, 38, and 29. I would say product market share. Now we're going to kind of make a little graph. The first one was Milky, I think it was Milky Way. The market share was 33%. Second one was Snickers, and market share is 38%. Let me double check I'm doing this right. Milky Way, yep, Snickers, then 3 Musketeers. And finally, 3 Musketeers is 29%. Okay. So there's our opening ones. Now that we've used those, I'm going to kind of slide this over and make this a bit bigger so I can fit all of them. And this a bit bigger. Now this part really isn't the important part. I mean, you have to have the numbers, but if it doesn't look right, that's not really a big issue now. But I might make those bold, just because I like to do that sort of thing. And it takes a long time because of what we're dealing with here. Now, we're going to go to Insert, And we want to insert some sort of graph, or in this case, chart. Think about which one might display it best. Since we're dealing with 100%, I think I'm going to choose a pie graph. Now, do we want 2D or 3D? Well, I'm always about 3D. And I'm going to do this one that's kind of split up. You don't have to. You can do whatever kind of graph you want, whatever you think will look best and be the nicest. Pull that out, and look at that. It just pulled it all up for us. Now, there's a few things that it didn't do. Oops. Now I'm changing things here. It looks like it didn't give us the total percents. So let's see. Let's look at layout, format, insert. Oh, we could insert a text box and label them. I guess they're labeled with that. How about properties? Chart name. Probably not what we want. Design. Select data. Quick styles. There's lots of things you could do to change it. Let's go to format. Maybe we could change some of these colors. We could arrange it. There's lots of things that we can do to set this up. But it looks like that gives us a pretty good idea of what our market share was. So Three Musketeers looks like it's the smallest. Milky Way is in the middle. Snickers is the biggest. Is that really what it was? I think it was. So we go ahead and save it. And then we have our thing. Actually, probably even better is we could just copy it. Ooh, maybe we can't copy it. Oh, there we go. I just had to click off of that. And go back to your PowerPoint. And I'm just going to paste it. Now, I can see the timer on my thing is at 6.5 minutes. Now, I haven't done everything on here to make it look nice, but at least we have enough to get us started. And you can see it only took about 7 minutes to get that graph done.